Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be sharing some tips for you to achieve a realistic and coastal style bloxburg house. I'm going to be using examples from the house that I built in my last video, where I used pins from Pinterest to build a whole house. And if you haven't seen those videos, I will link them in the description, so go watch them. Anyways, let's get started with the first tip. First, I want to show you the inside of my house. This is what it looks like. Okay, the first tip that I really suggest that you use, if you can, make decal plants. I just think they add so much to the build. They make a house look so realistic. As you can see, I have a hanging plant right here, and then I have a plant on here and over here, and I just have them everywhere, and they look so nice. And there are so many decals out there. Even throwing in like real bloxburg plants works too, but adding the decal plants just makes your house look realistic and different and so much better. Same with decal pillows. You can really elevate your build a lot if you use decals for pillows, but also mix in your decal pillows with real pillows because it'll look more 3D, because the decals are 2D, but you can't really tell from far away, so that's why I like them. Just like add pillows to all your beds because it'll look so much more detailed. Next, let's go into the backyard. The next tip is to add little random household items like this ladder right here. In a house in real life, you would probably have something like that just tucked in the corner of your house, because you never know, you might need a ladder to like get up onto the roof. Same with gardening stuff. Right here I have a greenhouse that I made, and I put a ton of like gardening supplies in it, like these and the ones on the walls. Also right here I added some keys on the top of these are so cool because you can actually move them around and place them, and it just looks so realistic. And the next tip is to add random clutter everywhere. Like in this bedroom I have jewelry, makeup, and like skincare, and it just looks so real. I mean, yeah, I don't know what else to say besides it looks realistic. Also add food items to your kitchen. Like I have these jams, and then I have a pie, and then I have an onion in this corner that I picked from outside. And on this coffee table I have some donuts, which I like to call bagels. And then I have, this is just leftover stuff, but we have dirty cups on the table. I usually don't have dirty cups on the table. That's just from people that I had over. Okay, the next tip is to have decal electronics. So right here I have a decal computer, and it looks so much better than just a plain laptop with a blank screen. This one is actually on, and it shows the time, and I even have the keyboard and the mouse. I also did a decal fridge, which looks so real and it doesn't look plasticky like the fridge in the game. What you can also do is do a custom TV, but I like to have mine actually turn on. But if you're not really a role player, you can do a custom TV. When you're making a layout, make sure to have a cute little area in the front of your house where you can have an entryway. Like, I don't know what these things are called, but you can sit there and put your shoes on, and then have a little hook up there with a jacket or something hanging from it. This bench I actually got from Ayzria. You gotta go check out her realistic tips video. It is so good, and she is such a good builder. And she also has really good decals. But to really pull people into your house and make them like it, you should do custom stuff in the very front of your house, so they really go, oh wow, they can do custom stuff. That's really cool. It just starts off your house nicely. Also, when you're making your layout, make sure you have a laundry area, because most houses have a laundry area. Even if it's not a full laundry room, I just did a little walkway in here with a curved arch, and then I did like a farmhouse sink and this washer and dryer. If you're going for coastal, I suggest doing these like arches. They look so modern and clean, and I feel like they're really in style right now, and they're really Mediterranean too. When it comes to bedrooms, make sure they match the theme of your house if you're going for coastal. Normally, houses in real life that are coastal all have rooms that are coastal themed. Like, I just have blue and white themed bedrooms in this house. So really make sure you try to not make the bedrooms too crazy. You can add personalization to them, like clutter and posters on the wall. But other than that, keep the color scheme consistent throughout the whole house. What I love to do is custom roofs. Like, you could do a skylight, or what I did here is a slanted roof. All I did was put a roof, and what I did was I put the vertical structural things, and then I just like connected those from the wall to the roof, and I think it looks really nice. These bedrooms I got from Pinterest, by the way. Also use Pinterest for inspo. That's a little bonus tip. Even if you want to be like all like original, still use it for inspiration. Like, this dresser was inspired by Ayzria's dresser that she she made in her coastal video. It's a little bit different, but it still looks really nice. Also, in your house, if you want to make your house really custom and cool and like different, do sunken areas. Like I did a sunken bathroom, which I've never seen before here, and I used these decals as floors, and I put a decal carpet, and I also put decal walls. Like literally everything is decals. That's how you get realistic. You put decals everywhere. Sunken areas are so nice. Like I don't know what it is about them that I love so much. I suggest doing a sunken living room, and the outside looked kind of weird because I didn't flatten the cubes before I put them, but no one will notice because the trees are in the way. The next tip is to do custom windows. Even if it's just adding structurals onto regular windows, it looks so good. Like here I just took a regular window and then added structurals on the edges and in the middle, and then added shutters and curtains, and it looks so nice. The next tip is to have no empty spaces. I have a little landing up here, and I just put 2 chairs so people can sit and talk, because there's no place besides the living room where people can just like sit. So I put that here, and then I put like a painting on the ground, kind of like the houses in Berry Avenue. The next tip is to have things that are useful for your role play. So I have some like hula hoops here that like little kids can play with, and like jump rope, and I even have a soccer ball with no goal, but it's still fun to have a soccer ball. And then I also have this whole greenhouse that you can do some gardening in. You could pick berries or just sit and chill. It's such a nice hangout space in here. And I even have a beehive where you can collect honey, and then a seating area again out here where you can roast marshmallows or just like do like outdoor camping. Maybe I can put some like tents out here and we can do like a staycation, like a camping at home. On the porch I have a yoga mat, so like anyone can come up here and do yoga in the morning, and it'll be really chill. But those are just some examples of like things that you can actually do in your house besides look at it. The last but best tip is making sure your layout is perfect. I know that sounds really hard, but when you're in build mode, just think how you want to feel in your house. Like where do you want to be when you're eating, and how do you want your entryway to be? Do you want it to be in a room, or do you want it to be open? Like, think like where you want everything, and also make sure to think like where you don't want things. Like you probably don't want your house starting right next to the sidewalk. I like to start my houses pretty far back, but still having space for a backyard if I want one. As you can see, my house isn't too big. It looks big, but there's only 3 bedrooms. Maybe because this bathroom is bigger than the bedroom itself. But yeah, I like to start my houses 6 or more squares back, and then I can just do it however far back I want because I have large plot. But even if you don't have large plot, still do it that far back. You still have space for a backyard. As you can see, I'm barely over the plot limit. And yeah, that's all the tips for you guys today. Totally let me know if you want more coastal videos. My next video will probably be a coastal makeover for my friend, so stay tuned for that. You guys really want to see that one. Go check out Ayzria's channel because she has lots of good house inspo for Bloxburg. Subscribe and like. Bye!